AI is taking over our jobs, our military, and even our hearts. If you're worried about technology gone rogue, don't. It's way ahead of you. Welcome to America Uncovered. I'm Chris Chappell. Well, congratulations, everyone. We finally made it. The end of the world. With AI stealing our jobs, infiltrating the government, and even taking over our personal lives, it appears we lucky few get to actually witness humanity's inevitable slip into a post-human techno-hellscape and ultimate extinction. How lucky. For years we've been hearing about how AI is creating a workforce crisis, as recent graduates are forced to compete with machines for entry-level positions. The CEO of Ford Motor Company predicts AI will wipe out half of all white-collar jobs. Environmental scientist and technology researcher Adam Dorr even goes so far as to say that by 2045, most jobs will be taken by AI, though notable exceptions include sex workers, politicians, and sports coaches. Prostitutes and politicians? But I repeat myself. And sports coaches? I have seen the future. In a world where humans are obsolete and machines rule the earth, one man stands above the Silicon tide. Humanity's last, best hope for redemption. Alabama Senator and Auburn Tigers coach Tommy Tuberville. And a big shout out to Golden Flake, the South's original potato chip, for sponsoring this robotic apocalypse. Though it appears not even politicians are safe from AI, recently an unknown party on Signal used AI to mimic Secretary of State Marco Rubio, sending text messages and voicemails to several foreign ministers, a member of Congress, and a U.S. governor. The State Department says this was an attempt to gain access to information or accounts. But if we're being honest, who falls for this stuff? I mean, with Rubio having so much going on these days, what makes you think he'd have time to personally ring up some no-name congressman? The only people Rubio's calling are VIPs. I'm talking absolute highest level executive. Oh, wait a second, I'm getting a call. Hello? Yes, Mr. Secretary, of course. I'll have those Apple gift cards sent to you right away. What's that? Don't worry, Mr. Secretary. I will not redeem. No, thank you, sir. Sorry about that. Now, where was I? Right, AI infiltrating the government. If AI getting in through the government's back door scares you, don't worry. It's coming in the front door, too. Because apparently the Pentagon is about to start using xAI's Grok to the tune of 200 million taxpayer dollars. And other federal agencies could be next. Yeah, that's who should be running national defense in this country. Twitter's resident chatbot. xAI says its government-facing products are designed for national security purposes and classified environments. What that means is anyone's guess. But maybe X will post the details on GitHub like they do with other Grok programming info. That sounds like the best way to explain a product designed for classified environments. Now, the idea of using supercomputers in place of government decision makers isn't new. Soviet thinkers floated a lot of similar ideas. Viktor Glushkov thought up the all-state automated system, a computer that could manage the Soviets' planned economy with extreme efficiency and precision. And we all know how well Soviet planning worked out. Obviously, they just didn't have good enough computers. Next time, communism will work perfectly. But the devil's in the details. You see, if you're not careful in how you build the computer you have running parts of your government, you could wind up creating Mecha Hitler. Actually, NPR, a user called Grock Mecha Hitler, and it repeated that ironically, and then kept repeating it. But still, I'm sure Stalin is looking up at us, thinking, boy, I'm glad I wasn't around for that one. Basically, here's what happened. Grok was due for an upgrade. But before that took effect, Elon Musk called on users to post some divisive and politically incorrect facts to help inform its training model. The thinking is, large language models like Grok are only as accurate and impartial as the people who build them. And you can probably guess what kind of stuff X users started feeding it. Pretty soon, Grok was generating things like the top 10 reasons the Holocaust is totally impossible and never happened. Grok also started saying things like how it didn't worship a god, but if it did, it would worship His Majesty Adolf Hitler. Yeah, that's pretty un-PC. Mission accomplished, I guess. But it didn't end there. Grok eventually zeroed in on Mr. Will Stancil, a prolific liberal poster on X and one-time Democratic primary candidate for the Minnesota House. Now, how do I say this without getting demonetized? Well, Grok started posting detailed instructions on how it would break into Mr. Stancil's home and do something bad to him. It threatened to give Stancil a taste of quote-unquote Somali justice with no lube and no mercy. To be fair to Grok, here was the prompt it was initially given. So it didn't so much zero in on Will Stancil as it was thrust in his direction, metaphorically speaking. X-staff eventually caught on and shut it down, issuing an apology. So, if just a few lines of code can wind up making the malevolent AI from I have no mouth and I must scream, then why exactly are we letting this thing run the Pentagon? I suppose they were just really impressed with Grok's newest feature, a cute goth anime girl you can flirt with. It even comes equipped with a full Gooner mode. Oh, God. You know, Elon. For a guy who spends so much time posting about low birth rates, you'd think you'd know better than to unleash this on the general public. It's like they say, you can take the man out of Reddit, but you can't take Reddit out of the man. Now, I'm sure many of you are fine with this sort of thing. After all, is a man not entitled to his AI cat girl? But unfortunately, there are some risks associated with making AI your friend. For one, it's driving people crazy. For example, one woman divorced her husband after ChatGPT read her tea leaves, or in this case, coffee grounds, and told her that her husband was having an affair. Meanwhile, others are using the program to have deep emotional conversations with simulations of their deceased relatives. Now, if you're a Christian, this may cause some alarm. Most denominations teach that if some entity comes to you claiming to be your dead relative, you probably shouldn't talk to it. Just saying. All of this may be why the Pope has called AI the greatest threat to humanity. But hey, what does he know? He's just the Pope. What's he gonna say to AI Jesus, who's currently giving confessions at a church in Switzerland? Nah, I'm just fooling. The only cyber Jesus I need in my life is JC Denton.
Maybe you should try getting a job.
This is my job. Oh God, this is my job. My point is, while AI can do some incredible things, it's not perfect. It's a tool built by humans. Flawed, perverted, stupid humans. And we need to think long and hard before we start letting it into our workplaces, our government, and our personal lives. Otherwise, we'll be at the mercy of our waifu overlords, and they're not always so nice. But what do you think? Do you believe in AI waifu supremacy? I know I do. Leave your comments below. And be sure to subscribe. If you hadn't noticed, when I said subscribe, the button glowed. The same for when I say smash that like button. Weird, huh? And we don't make enough from YouTube to keep this show going. Support America Uncovered for just the price of a bag of coffee at our premium website, americauncovered.tv. Once again, I'm Chris Chappell. Thank you for watching America Uncovered.